California seeing an exodus. 2016 census figures show a big increase in the number of people who left LA and Orange counties. They're going to less expensive California cities, or they're getting out of the state altogether. The big benefit going to Las Vegas. Joining us now, our Las Vegas guy, host of Property Man. His name is Bob Massi. He's with us now. Can you put any kind of number?
Sure.
And we know this trend is in place. Can you tell us, A, any numbers on this? How many people are flooding into Vegas? And number two, is it a sudden flood, all of a sudden, now?
No, you know, let's look back this way. In 2005, 6, and 7, we became East Los Angeles. We truly did, because everybody from East LA, Orange County, it was like the gold rush. They came over. And at that point in time, there's plenty of inventory. Now, it's hard to tell as to what percentage, but in reading, you know, the different statistics, we're going to be impacted significantly, as is the Pacific Northwest, Idaho, New Mexico, places where property taxes are cheaper, it's easier to live and more affordable. So there's going to be an influx, there's no question. To what percentage, I'm not sure, but I think we're going to have a big boost for sure.
Now, we were told yesterday that a 13.3% state tax begins at $40,000 a year in California. That is astronomical. So for every dollar you make of adjustable taxable income over 40 grand, California takes 13.3 cents. If they move to Las Vegas, move to Nevada, there is no state income tax that I know of, so they're automatically better off, and they don't have to worry about this state and local tax deduction, which they will now lose in California. They don't have to worry about it in Nevada. I mean, I can see that they're wealthy people. They're going to crowd out your high-income homes.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with that. I'm not necessarily convinced that all the wealthy people are going to worry about it that much, because they have very affordable, they have a lot of money to pay tax lawyers and high-end CPAs to figure other things out. But I can't disagree. I just think that wealthy people are really in a position to try to work around things a little easier than middle America is. Saying that, Las Vegas in particular was a well-kept secret for many years. It was, in fact, the last frontier, and to some extent, it still is the last frontier. But what we are experiencing, and what my biggest concern is, and you and I talked about this a couple weeks ago, we have major labor issues here. We have the cost for permits are very high. The cost for development, the properties are expensive for developers to buy. So as a result of that, you know, even though there's going to be this influx, the question is, what is the cost going to be on the back end retail-wise for people to afford to buy the home? So there's sort of a mixed bag here, but it's nothing we're to turn away from, but there's still going to be problems if we get the influx we're anticipating.
You know, we've got a report from Toll Brothers. They build upscale homes around the country. Got a report yesterday that the cost of construction costs, they are rising to the point where their profit margins are being squeezed. What's with that? What do you mean construction costs are rising? What construction costs?
Well, first of all, materials are through the roof. Again, cost of property through the roof. The other thing is this. Let's take Vegas. Let's isolate it. We have a $1 billion stadium that's going to be built. So let's talk about the labor force, Stuart. Believe me when I tell you, even through the unions, you're going to get paid a hell of a lot more money building commercial stadiums per hour than a residential home. Okay, just the mere optics of that is real. And as a result of that, where are we going to get the labor? And the cost of materials is through the roof. So you have this almost this paradox happening in a town like this. It's exploding back in 05, 06, the same thing. We have different problems now than we had then. Back then we had inventory. We had cost-effective materials. We had labor. These are the things that Las Vegas is going to experience, and other cities like Vegas with the tax structure that's going to have this problem.